Hello, and welcome to TCS Consulting Leadership and Organizational Development. We are going to talk about international markets and real estate. The US dollar being strong, there is a huge influx of leaders, individuals who are adventurous enough to go out and purchase real estate in the international seas. And so taking center stage and owning it with me is Own It's CoverGirl for December 2023, Sabine Vizio. Come on. Sabine is in the house.
Hello, good morning.
Sabine is a CEO and a broker, and she's also a subject matter expert in the area of construction. You have your own construction company, correct? In here in the Dominican Republic. And what's really nice is that she's here with me in the DR. And we're going to talk about today about leaders who are looking in the real estate market internationally, specifically in the area of the Dominican Republic. And Sabine is going to be kind enough to share how this can actually happen for you. So if that's something that you're thinking about, I know here I have another associate that's here, and she's known people who have purchased here, their retirement homes. People are retiring. Military people are retiring in the Dominican Republic as well. That's not something that's often talked about. The influx of people purchasing international real estate, specifically in the Dominican area, is not talked about a lot. So shed some light on us. How's your talk to us about the profile of some of your clients? What does that client look like? So that our audience can see, are they a candidate for international real estate and purchasing it either as their retirement home or a secondary home, because people do that as well. So share with our audience.
Yes. Oh, actually, we have a super wide spectrum of clients here. We have people that spend $50,000 buying a condo and just, holding on to it, renting it out, up to the investor that spends millions of dollars to purchase land and build like small hotels or residentials. We have everything here in Barbaro. As I said, it's, you can get lower priced properties that still go up in price and value and are a good investment. You can have a holiday home. There are lots of people that spend just like half a year here, and then the rest of the year they go back to the US or to Canada. We have people from Spain. We have you name it, we have it.
Let's talk about talk about people coming from Spain. So we think about the Dominican Republic, and we think about, Espanol, the people that speak Spanish. But not everybody just speaks Spanish. They speak German, Patois, right? French. So this is like, when you come here, if you've not traveled abroad, it is an eye opener as to how many different languages people speak here in the Dominican Republic, the diversified, communities that are here. And it really, really is a beautiful thing. I mean, it is an eye opener, especially if you don't want to, this is idea, if you don't want to purchase real estate that's so far away, because the Dominican Republic is closer to the US than Puerto Rico. And people don't even realize that. We associate Puerto Rico with the US, being a part of the US. And so we think of it as being close to the US. But we're actually before you get to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we are.
So if it's something that you're considering as a second home, or thinking about relocating and retiring, or just relocating, period, if you could work. So the biggest, in doing my research, the biggest attraction are those individuals who work remotely. They don't have to be in the office.
Right.
This idea, if they want a different scenery. Another thing that I noticed in my research is that leaders who want something, they want something different. They want something different. They've been in the US for many, many years, and they just want a different environment. That's another reason why. Talk to people why they need to really, really start looking at because there's a lot of infrastructure and growth going here, right? So
Yes.
should they get on the bandwagon now?
Well, I mean, the prices are still going up, and since the last 20 years, and they will go up in the future also. There is so much development still in the Dominican Republic, and you could think that it should come to an end, but it doesn't, because, and you can see it because there are so many luxury hotel chains still putting up more hotels and more rooms to the market. And this is a big indicator, because if hotels are still investing, they don't do that, without a research. And there's infrastructure being added all the time. We're going to have a second airport for the area. So, and I mean, this area is, as you said, multicultural, and we have lots of communities, like, of expats from Canada. We call them the snowbirds, that are like always here from like October to March, and then they're going back for a while. And so we have like, groups of Canadians, or people from the US. It's a very mixed public, but they of course enjoy the warm weather here. They enjoy just the environment, the palm trees. It's so laid back, and you're not missing out on anything. We have great internet here, so if you have to work and you can do that remotely, it's perfect. We have everything that you need to live and still be tropical, comfortable. Can
Yeah.
you enjoy it?
Get rid of all that stress.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
of that stress.
I'm
And
right.
your client Tiffany is saying, "Hey, I'm relocating."
Yeah.
So
I
Tiffany
know
and
a
her
lot of people
husband,
relocating. Hmm.
her and her husband are relocating and working with you to do that. That's
Yeah. Hmm.
awesome. And so, hey, Tiffany, we see that you're in. Um, so what Sabine is saying to you as viewers is there's multiple ways for you to own. You can own as an investor. You can
Yeah.
buy a condo and rent it out. A lot of them are doing. I'm doing that as a renter in an Airbnb that I've converted. I took over. I converted. My landlord is like, you need to buy this unit. I said, no, I'm gonna do like Sabine said, buy the land, build. So
Right.
and it's good to see you too, Tiffany, and buy the land and build. But there's multiple ways. So even listen, people, you look at it and say, oh, the Dominican Republic is looking for people to come in and buy, but the Dominicans here buy from themselves. So I've also learned that Dominicans will purchase the residents here will purchase the condos that you're talking about for their own staycations. So they
Hmm.
don't leave the island because it's the very reason that we all come to the island to vacation. They don't have to. They just buy. So you're looking at they love their home so much that they'll buy even here so
Hmm.
that they can enjoy the festivities as international travels come here. So that's one way. And then, like we talked about, buying the land, and you have your own construction company. So talk
Hmm.
about that process. So I am looking to buy land and build. So share a little bit while we're on this aspect of buying, purchasing, because a lot of times when you purchase, a lot of the inventory is the condos, correct?
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
houses. Hmm.
yeah, or houses. So you want to buy the land. You say, hey, I want to build. I have my own vision for the property.
Hmm.
Talk to us a little bit about what that entails and the commitment to that.
Well, if you buy land, of course, you always should have someone on your side that gives you the right ideas, and does the background check on the land, on the title, on the surroundings and everything. And then, I mean, I am working with a super creative, experienced architect, and we have a great crew behind us. So whatever you want to do, there are not many restrictions here. I mean, there are some, like in different areas, you can only do this or that, but you are a lot more free to do what you like and to realize your dream than, for example, in Germany or in the US. I think there are more rules that you have to go with. You have to have a certain type of house, or so here you are more or less free, and you can develop whatever you like. If you come with a layout of your dream house that you have always wanted, we can build it for you here, no problem.
Nice,
And
nice.
because of the weather, it's even easier to build something here. You don't have to look out for winter time. You can
Right.
just build. I mean, and you can build a house in like whatever 4 to 6 months. So that's it. It's very easy.
Awesome, awesome. So I am looking to get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. So we talked about that, and then talked about the single family homes or
Mhm.
things like that. And so in the December issue, the December issue of Own It Magazine and Publishing, you can look and see some of the properties that Sabine has highlighted in the issue. Sabine is one of our contributing writers, so you'll be seeing her properties highlighted in the Own It magazine throughout the year. In multiple magazines that we have, you'll be seeing her properties highlighted throughout the year, and you'll always be able to get in touch with her. But Sabine, talk about some of the properties that you have available for people to check out now.
I have right now, I think, 205 different properties. So whatever you need, we can find it for you. Because, well, most of the investors, let's say, that are planning to rent out are concentrating on beach area where it's attractive for, vacationers to get an Airbnb. So we have different areas like Vista Cana, which is a big residential, but it has two artificial lakes that look like a beach. So if
Wow.
you don't even have to go to the beach, you have your artificial beach there. You have golf, you have all kinds of sports. So that is a nice area if you want to stay longer and you don't want to be, too much inside the touristic areas. We have properties a little farther away from the beach that are more affordable, but still rent out very well. We have mountain areas. We
Gorgeous.
can, yeah, we have everything for every budget and every taste.
Oh my God, the mountains in the Dominican Republic. I can remember driving over to Mitch's,
Mm-hmm.
and how breathtaking. I
Yeah.
took video. I said, this video doesn't do a darn thing to
Mm-hmm.
what I'm actually seeing. In the Dominican Republic, believe it or not, those who are Fast and Furious lovers, a lot of the filming was done in the Dominican Republic, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know for a fact that I've driven down some of those roads because I remember when I watched Fast and Furious a couple of weeks ago. I remember I was like, "Oh, I know that road. I drove it."
Mm-hmm.
But beautiful, breathtaking. You have no idea the beauty of this country until you've actually had a chance to drive. I love to drive,
Mm-hmm.
and I will say that I am an adventurous person. And so I have driven. So just so that you understand, I am on the Wandolio Santo Domingo side of the world. Sabine is on the Punta Cana side. So most of you who are probably watching and you're probably saying, "Oh, the Dominican, I've been there." You've probably been on Sabine's side. Where I am is very tranquila, as they say,
Mm-hmm.
relaxing, more family oriented, and she's more. We have tourism in our area, but we don't have it anymore because the Santo Domingo
Yeah.
side was the beginning of tourism, and then it
Mm-hmm.
moved over to. And was it after a storm? What happened with that move? Just for history's sake, there was a shift that happened, and I think it was a storm. They didn't recover from a storm on this side of the island, and what they
Mm-hmm.
did was they ended up people started coming in on the Punta Cana side, and that's how things began to roll. But just like you said, I like the man-made beaches. It's really nice. And just to give you a heads up, we look at beaches in the U.S. I know that because ours are pretty much man-made, how our coastline is, it was it was made adaptable for us to be able to utilize it for vacations and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Now here, I know for me, there you have to be careful because when you go into that water, because it's all natural, the coral in there could really be a little rough on you. So when you think about the man-made beaches, they're going to make sure that that's not there. So that's the benefit of if you're looking at, oh, do I want natural or man-made? Well, listen, there's a benefit to having the man-made as well. So always look at the cup half full, not half empty. How it can offer you, more safety because
Yeah.
I have been over in the rougher sides of the water, and you have to be very careful. You have to wear your, because I said, why are these people wearing their shoes in the water? Well, and it's not their shoes, they're wearing swim shoes. But I said, why are they wearing them? And then when I got ready to get in that water, I understood why, because it's beautiful. The fish in the water are
Mm-hmm.
in their colors, and you eat them. We're not used to that in the U.S. We're used
Yeah.
to simple, whiting, and if anything is going to be colorful, it's going to be the red snapper. But you're not looking at fish that have multiple colors in it, and you're not looking at people just standing on a reef that's
Mm-hmm.
strong
Or
enough to
snorkeling from a boat.
fishing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fishing for their food for the day. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
It
And
is.
if you need to get some, you need to retreat, reset, and refresh. You want to do this. Leaders, like I said at the top of the show, leaders are looking to go somewhere else. Where can I relax? Because I know when I go back to the US, you have no idea until you have stepped out of that world. When you come back into the US, how stressed out everybody's just do 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 do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what this does is whether you buy it as a second home, let's say you don't want to relocate, whether you buy it as a second home or you decide to relocate, it is going to help with your stress management.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here and the whole coastline of the Dominican Republic is different. We have everything from black beaches, rocky beaches. Here in the Punta Cana area, it's shallow, it's white, powder white, like from the picture, and there are no rocks, no nothing. So if you when you wake up and you're somehow close to the beach and you just open your curtains and you look at this always blue sky, you hear the palm trees. I'm getting goosebumps when you see and the palm trees and the wind and the breeze. It's just, for me, it's like I can't get enough of that. It's
Yeah.
just the atmosphere is so different. So how can you stress out? I mean, we all have to work, we still have to work, and do our job, but it's so different to do it here. Also, everybody that you deal with is just so, oh yeah, no problem, mañana. It can also cause a little stress sometimes if you can't
Yeah.
get things done, but
Yeah.
it's so totally different. Yeah.
Yeah. No place is 100% stress
No.
free. But
Correct.
the real deal is getting to a place where it's minimal, as much as you
Mhm.
can minimize the stress,
Yeah.
or you can have quick access to something that can relieve your stress. Um,
Right.
and I can tell you that the Mediterranean salt water, that sea salt that comes
Mhm.
up into the air, into the
Mhm.
atmosphere, into our oxygen, it really does something to the brain that causes it to relax.
Mhm.
I mean, it really does do something to the brain. And I felt that when I first came here. And even when earlier this year I had my first conference here, I told all the attendees, I said, listen, we had a day planned to go to an excursion. I said, y'all are stressed.
Mhm.
Y'all need to relax, have some drinks by the poolside, the beach,
Exactly.
whichever one you want, but you need to relax. And I did
Mhm.
that as a leader. I did that intentionally because
Mhm.
you gotta bring it down. You
Right.
gotta you gotta get to a place where you just,
Yeah.
and that's what this style of living, that's what the culture of living here in this region really, really does for you. So talk to them. We're going to close out, but talk to them a little bit about your experience. Why would they want to reach out and touch you? What's your experience here? How long have you been in the Dominican Republic? Um, Share a little bit about yourself.
I am here now. It's going to be 20 years next year. So, and I have seen a lot, and I've done a lot. Actually, I thought I'm not going to work again since when I come here, but then I ended up working for a dive school for a friend of mine, and that was the best. I mean, what job can be better than I have to go to work, I go to the beach. So that was a great experience, and also, like, getting to know all these people from all different countries, and well, that was a wonderful experience. But I started doing real estate very quickly. I joined a company with two German guys that I used to work with that time, and I was the sales girl. And that was when real estate like woke up. And that time we had still, chickens sleeping in the palm trees, like in the beach area. Now there is of course more buildings and stuff, but
Yeah.
but I have seen the development of all these areas, and the business grow, because that time people would ask, so if I buy something, what's going to happen? And we said, well, we are expecting probably 10% per year. So that was expected. And now looking back, it has happened and it has never stopped, and not even during COVID. It has never stopped. It's still, going on and on. Mhm.
And so I'm coming up in February. I'll be here 2 years.
Oh
Um,
yeah, see,
I,
time flies here,
oh my
even more
God.
than anywhere else.
Oh my God. It flew. I feel like I
Yeah.
just got here. A part of me feels like I just got here, but a part of me feels like no, and then my neighbors, the people around me are starting to get it that, oh, this
Mhm.
lady is not going anywhere. She really is. She really does live here. Because I remember I used to tell them, I live here. I'm pretty sure they're like, this crazy American woman keeps telling us that she lives at mi casa está en Juan Dolio.
Yeah. Mhm.
Probably like this woman is crazy, but just letting them know that I'm here. But it is wonderful. Just like you said, when I wake up in the morning, it is breathtaking to see the terracotta rooftops and
Yeah.
the palm trees, and just like you said, the way that the sun just shines here, it just does something to your heart and soul, that says, no way, and everything is not everything here. Everything is not everything here. There's some things that you see and you're just like, you wish that they were better or whatever. But there's something about waking up
Mhm.
to that sunshine, the palm trees, and knowing that vacation is just a couple of steps away.
You're
That I
right.
can just put on a bathing suit. I don't have to plan out the day. I can just load up my cooler if I want to load up my cooler. Depending on where you are, there are places here that have restaurants that are right there, and not restaurants in the sense that we know as Americans, but they come to you on the beach. You order your food, and you buy your food right there on the beach. So
And you have Wi-Fi almost everywhere, so
yes,
you can actually sit on the beach and just and send emails from your cell phone, or take your laptop with you. It's so easy. You can work anywhere, and it's well different than sitting in an office, no?
yeah, it is different than sitting in the office,
Yeah.
and it is amazing. And when you want to take a break, like I've taken videos over to the little, it's a lounge area, but it's beautiful. You
Hmm.
have the option of a pool to get into, or you can get into the beach. They have beautiful uh, uh, tiki huts that are
Uh-huh.
on the beach with beds. They have
Mhm.
king size beds that are on the beach. Now, this is where you think about, I'm going to buy a condo, but the condo is not beachfront, so to speak. But when it's
Mhm.
not beachfront, so to speak, beach does not mean 10 or 15 minutes necessarily. It can mean a 2-minute walk, it can mean a 1-minute walk to the beach.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the beach, it can still have that resort effect, because right, the little spot, I think it's called, trying to think of, guava. It's guava something.
Guava berry.
It's a clubhouse,
Hmm.
and they have a whole area where you can actually have a wedding there if you wanted
Yeah.
to. I have a whole lounge area with a bar in the center of the lounge. There's sit down dining that you can sit down. Then there's a staircase that leads you down to the beach or to the pool. You make a left, you go to the pool. You make a right, you go to the beach. What I'm saying to you is, for anywhere from $15 to $20, you can eat and be on the beach.
Right.
And have drinks, whatever it is that you want. And that's within your reach. That's a different lifestyle for the average person. The average person can do this. The average person can do this, because you're talking about condominiums that are ranging from $50,000 up. So why wouldn't you want to buy your own condo instead of doing a timeshare or you would want to own your own condo.
Definitely.
Yeah, and eventually you come often enough, you become a part of the community, you feel comfortable enough to retire. Or you can do like me, just get on a plane and relocate.
No, and here in the area in Punta Cana, there are so many beach clubs, or let's say beach cafes, restaurant. You can go every day. You can go to another place. It's many kilometers of action and like bars and dining. So even if you buy something less expensive that is farther away from the beach, you are probably never more than 50 minutes driving away from the beach. I mean, I lived like 10 minutes driving away, and I don't care. I just, it's 10 minutes drive and there I am. I can go wherever I want. Everything is like accessible. So because right on the beach, of course, is most expensive location. So it doesn't have to be on the beach, but you can still enjoy. Absolutely.
Enjoy. So listen, how can they reach out to you? How can they reach out and touch you? How can they connect with you?
They can I have my webpage, which is I think here in the banner. So on my webpage, lunovirealestate.com, you can find all my properties. You can find my contact information. I'm available via WhatsApp. You can call me, send me a message on Instagram, whatever you prefer.
Yeah. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, you got to reach out. I mean, it begins with a conversation. So if there's something that you were thinking about, you want to reach out to Sabine and have the conversation. I would say not only just have the conversation, come vacation and talk to Sabine in person, because there's one thing about seeing something in like picture form and going online and doing all that. There's something different about when you want to be in the room where it happens. So you want to be on location. And that's what I recommend, is that you plot it out, plan. Sabine is not going anywhere. She told you she's been here for years. She's not going anywhere, and so you want to think about it, because it is a major decision and you want to think about it, but you want to do your research. I always, I remember having my first house, the house that I had built. I remember having it. I drove a lot. I went to different builders. I went to different models and walked through them. I did that for a year. Just so that I can get to know what the inventory was that was out there. Being able to see the different style of homes, what are the different offerings that they provide. So you want to reach out to Sabine and just get the conversation started. Just talk to her about where you are. Is it something that you were thinking about? If it's not something we want to introduce something that you never thought about. we want to introduce something that you thought was not possible. We want you to know that you got possibilities, you got options here.
Definitely.
So one of the options are international living, and we would love to have you as a neighbor.
Yes, and we'll analyze your ideas and your budget, and then we'll find something for you. I mean, as I said, we have everything. You name it, we have it.
And then remember too, if you're a first-time home buyer in the international waters, it's just like in the U.S. It's a starter home. Get started with that home, And then once you're here and you're settled, yeah, and you can get a chance to really, really see what it is that you want. Then you can branch out. So don't be disarmed that if you have to start smaller, it's okay. You get started. The key is get started
Mhm.
moving, and then you can grow and you'll get to know because you may not want to be on the Pudicana side. And I know Sabine goes other places. You could be other places. So you may fall in love with Pudicana. Well, anyway, I want to say to you, thank you so very much, Sabine, for coming on. We know it's the holiday season. We know this is Christmas time in the city. So
Thank you.
we
And may I just add something? If any investors are out there planning to make some money here, we have some great projects coming up, and we're always looking for partners to realize all of our dreams. So
yeah, you're looking to invest. This is the
yeah,
best time to invest. And like I said, I'm in
yeah.
an Airbnb. That's an investment. This is an investment property.
And
And
we have plans. We have plans already, thought through, and sometimes it's just the money missing because not everybody is able to, spend that money. So a project can be done, but we have many ideas, and we have the knowledge, and we have a great team. So yeah, we can offer you anything you want.
yeah, kids, get started. So make sure you
Yes.
reach out to Sabine
Yep.
and get
Yep.
that conversation started so you can get your ducks in order and you can make it happen. And
Yes.
so just
And on
want
my
to
webpage, you can filter what you're looking for, so it's easy for you to get an idea what is up there.
yeah, so the next time, Sabine, we come live, we'll go on to your website. We'll go
Mhm.
on as to your website and show them some of your inventory.
Okay,
That sounds good.
that sounds good.
All righty. All right. Guys, you guys be blessed. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that jazz. We love you so very much. Thank you for chiming in. We see some viewers are chiming in. And so we thank you so very much. Tiffany, we love you. Merry Christmas to you and Mark. We'll talk to you soon. Take care and be blessed. We're out.
Merry Christmas.